Please give the warmest welcome to Will Young.
Evergreen suit on.
You do?
Evergreen suit on.
Oh, you think of everything, don't
I know.
you?
Smart.
You do. Very clever, very clever.
God, you've had some tunes.
Yeah.
You've had some bangers, haven't you, really, when you're over the years. I mean,
been
obviously,
lucky,
records.
I've worked with such brilliant people. I mean, like, you know, after winning Pop Idol, I remember Steve Lipsome, who was Annie Lennox's producer, did the Art of Noise, you know, worked with everyone, and, you know, took me for lunch and said, right, I want to make your record. You know, it was the stuff that dreams are made of, really.
Yeah.
And I was very lucky to get with him, you know, and people like Sia and Robin Thicke and been Burt Bacharach.
You see, my favourite, Burt
Bacharach.
Bacharach. Yeah.
Yeah, but you make them sound really
Oh, you
good.
do. They're fabulous.
Yeah.
Oh, I love you. Thank you.
Yeah.
But it's funny, because when Leave Right Now just came on there, I saw several of the audience members going, oh, my God, I love that, I love that. That was my favourite. But you actually didn't like that one, did you, at
Not
the
to begin with. No, not to begin with. It took me about 3 goes. And then Steve, actually, funny enough, said, you've got to do this song. You've got to do it.
I love it.
And then because he, you know, I thought, well, he's got experience.
He was right.
He was right.
He was right.
Yeah.
He was right. So your new album, Light It Up, first original music for 5 years, am I right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So how does that feel, putting that out into the world after 5 years?
It's really exciting, actually, because I had there was sort of COVID, which was the COVID time. I had a greatest hits. I'd done a sort of quite an interesting covers album of female artists who I really respected. And then to do new music has been quite easy, actually, much quicker than I thought it would be.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I was doing a play. It was quite a serious monologue. So to go from that to doing this kind of like fun 80s pop music, you know, was quite a nice antidote to that.
Yeah. And we just saw a little clip there, and the dancers, there's a story around the dancers, which I absolutely love.
Well, I'm a feminist, and I think particularly for women as they get older, and women performers, you know, you can be overlooked or you're sort of put into a bracket. So me and the director decided to have dancers that were in their 40s and 50s. So actually, I'm 45.
You see the response that gets.
Yeah. Well, it could find some new dancers.
Well, we've got Pat there. We've got Pat. The next video is 90.
Pat.
Yeah.
Pat, you're in the next video, Brilliant. We're setting trends here.
But, you know, it's 22 years as Pop Idol. I mean, do you have to make a decision as a pop star? How do I grow older as a pop star? Because you mentioned Evergreen. There is this thing that you stay the same forever, and some people want you to, but you, as a human being, want to evolve, presumably.
I think I feel really lucky, actually, now, because I'm 45, and, you know, you mentioned the sort of the bangers, you know, the back catalogue. And I think I feel really privileged because, actually, I come with a back catalogue of songs that I'm so proud of, that bring nostalgia with them. And to bring nostalgia to people, you know, people who've been doing it only 2 years can't do that.
Yeah.
And so I've sort of reframed the way I see being an older performer. It's such a privilege to be able to do Evergreen, Light My Fire, Leave Right Now, Jealousy, You'll Get... You know, Who Am I? I mean, it's just... How lucky am I, you know, to have stayed the distance?
Well,
something that you haven't done yet, which you're hoping to do, is maybe foster children.
I do want to foster, yeah. I think it's a really great thing to do. And that probably goes with getting older as well. And so I'm just sort of... I need to get a bit more of a routine, that's the only thing, because acting and singing, it's not... You know, you can get a part tomorrow.
Absolutely.
And suddenly you're off.
Absolutely.
So I just need to get some work that's maybe a bit
wonderful.
more regular.
Yeah, my cousin fosters, and to see the way she has changed these children's lives and the trajectory that they're now on is just unbelievably wonderful to see. So
such a gift.
Yeah.
And it must be a two-way thing as well, I'm sure, for your cousin. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. And they desperately need it, you know, because now I'm looking into it more. people are always looking for foster parents. You know,
Yeah,
it's
absolutely. There's
really
never
needed
enough.
in this country.
So where are you in your own skin now? We were talking about, you know, George Clooney and Brad Pitt saying they're reprioritising as they get into their 60s. You're still a way away from that. But do you feel more comfortable in your own skin now at 45 or just the same?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the best thing about getting older, isn't it? You just don't worry about things that you used to worry. You can't even remember worrying about those things. That's the thing. Like, I can't
you just can't remember.
or you can't remember. But do you know what I mean? Like, the idea of sort of worrying what someone might be thinking of me at a party is sort of alien to me now.
Oh, how wonderful.
Well, you know, I think you just find your joy... You go more towards your joy, more towards things that provide peace. And I think I have more fun now than I did when I first started. You know what it was like. You know, us pop stars back in the day, we worked blooming hard. You know, but now I can enjoy it more. Yeah.
We were also talking about mental health and, you know, how the world perhaps sees physical and mental health differently. And I know that's something that you're very passionate about, mental health and the ability to have a conversation,
Very important. I mean, I just got a doctorate at Exeter University and I chose to speak about mental health and because I've had really difficult times with my mental health and, you know, could have not been around. But I've been very lucky. I had the resources and the tenacity, actually, and the strength, you know, I don't know where that came from, to get better, and I am better. So I use myself as an example to say you can be better, but also take the shame out of it, which is what's amazing about that weather person, wasn't it? Because he just took the shame out of it. It was very normalised. He was like, I'm having a panic attack, I need to go away. Do you know what I mean? And it was great. I just thought that was genius.
Yeah, and everyone...
Something that you're talking about, you know, having the conversation, something that you're doing differently in your tours is actually allowing the audience to have questions and answers. And apparently your parents have been sending you...
Oh, no, they live in France.
What sort of questions are they sending where you're...
Oh, well, my mum emailed... I was in Wales and my mum emailed, what are we going to do about your father?
In what context?
I know, and then my dad... By the way, they're sitting on the same sofa, emailing. And then my dad emailed going, your mother shouldn't have this email address. And I'm like, you shouldn't have this email address.
You changed your email address now. So
no, because it was an email address for
questions.
The questions from the audience.
Right, okay.
Anyway, they're in France now. I mean, I hope to God they're just... I mean, I'm trying to divorce them, but... They won't. They're ignoring the lawyer.
You've obviously got a good relationship. Well, it's been lovely to have you here. And very best of luck with the new album and the tour. I'm looking forward to... Got some dates in Scotland. I'm going to be there. Light It Up is the album. Will Young, everyone. After the break, they are due to get married for a second time this week, but will Paddy and Mandy make it down the aisle? Let's have a wee sneak peek at tonight's episode.
You told Paddy that you were rushed off your feet. Well,